See this guy back here? Ride a motorcycle? I'm parked over here, right by those signs over there. There's a lot over there, and this guy actually stopped to ask if I was broke down. What a nice guy, right? Because I'm probably about 15-20 miles out east of I-75, which is kind of in the boonies, or in the sticks, or whatever you want to call it. So the guy was really nice. He stopped, turned around, came all the way back over here. Anyway, as always in John Swift Live, there's bugs. Welcome to John Swift Live. How is everybody doing? I hope you guys are all doing well. Today I'm out at Rye Preserve, which is, let's see, from I-75, it's east on State Road 64. Then you turn on Rye Road, I think it is, or Rye Preserve Road. You head out north, and it's right where the if you Google Rye Preserve or Rye Road, Rye Preserve. So it's basically a nature area, like a park. Anyway, I wanted to show you this bridge. That's why I'm staying on this bridge, and I got distracted. You can see the sign right here says no diving from bridge. It's because this Rye Bridge is famous for people jumping off of it for fun, not for suicidal purposes. It's not the safest bridge to walk on either, because there's no real rails out here either. Anywho, remind me to stop saying anywho. I don't like saying that anymore. It's kind of dated. This bridge, depending on how deep the water is, this bridge looks like it's about 20 to 30 feet tall. Take a gander how far down that looks. It looks like it's about the equivalent of a 3-story building. I don't know if this gives you any perspective looking at it this way, but it's pretty far. This bridge, wow, it got really quiet all of a sudden. Look at that, there's no cars. It was really busy for a second there, but now it's very, very quiet. This is how it should have been when I started this vlog. I can hear people talking over there. It's in the middle of the week, so there's not many people, I don't think, out here. People like to kayak out here. It's the Manatee River runs under this bridge. It's a very dark river. But can you imagine people jumping off this bridge? Oh. Some people over there, down there. And, yeah, I don't think I would jump off this bridge. I've jumped off bridges where the water's deeper, but this one I don't think the water's all that deep in there. So, I'm trying to think, about 20 years ago, my brother jumped off here and actually hit the bottom with his shoulder and dislocated his shoulder and broke his elbow. So that's probably another reason why I wouldn't jump off here. And because I'm 47, I just think that's maybe not something I should be physically doing because of semi-truck. So we're gonna go look at a spot that what I would call a secret spot, and because I never see anybody out there, but it's a really nice part of this preserve area. So we're gonna go check that out. See you in a second. So we're down at where the red trail is supposed to start. On that map, I swear it said orange trail, but now it says red trail. I do remember, I haven't been back here I think since last summer, but it says red trail right there. But anyway, I think it's like when you're coming down this road, it's like the last trail, and you can see this fence right here where this trail comes in. I think there's only maybe 2 or 3 trails. This trail actually, I'm trying to do this one-handed. This trail actually circles around the river and comes back up to the campground. So that's like one big trail. Anyway, look for the one that where it comes down. There's a creek. Okay, there's a creek that comes across the road. I'm trying to organize my small thoughts. There's a creek that comes across the road. There's like a little you can see it kind of goes over a stream, and right next to it is the red trail head. It's like the furthest one down the road, and there's not very many roads in here, so If you go down on the right, that's where you'll find it, and it looks kind of like this. A lot of wooded area. But this is not the main river. It's a little subsidiary river that comes off of, and the reason I like coming down here is because it can be anywhere from like 6 inches to like 4 feet deep. But the main river is a little more dirty looking. And see, this is the spot right here. If you come down here, you'll see this sand wash out. It's all this white sand stuff. And the trail kind of goes around here and keeps going. Right back here, keeps going. But you want to come down the sand wash. And there's a really nice sandy area here. Where it's got this stream. It looks like it's really low this time here because it's summer and we're not having a lot of rainfall. We are having some rain, but it's you know, water evaporates, and it's really sandy out here. Sometimes it's hard to walk up this trail because that sand is like so. They call it in Florida. They call it sugar sand because it's very fine sand, and sometimes it's really slippery. You know, it looks, last time we were out here, I remember it being much steeper. It actually looks like somebody actually kind of dug that out or something. There was a section of it, there was a couple feet like straight up and you had to really climb to get in there, but this part looks a lot easier. Maybe they've had a lot of people out here this summer. That part's kind of steep. And I got one hand on my tripod and the other one hailing a taxi cab. That's Alanis Morissette song. And you can see this nice little stream down here. I'm very tempted to take off my shoes. But this is what I call the secret spot. And you see this log right here that's across the river. That is a fallen tree. And when we were out here last summer, we forced the dog to try to cross that. The dogs were like, the dog is not a natural water crosser, but we were successful in getting Molly the dog to get across there. I probably could cross it right now, but if you look down there, the water's a couple inches deep. But it's actually, you can go. There's a couple little steeper sections, not deeper, not steeper. I'm trying to figure out how to get over here. There's like I said, it's very sandy. If you had both hands and the other one wasn't hailing a taxi cab, it'd probably be a lot easier. See, this is what I'm saying by how steep it is sometimes. Sometimes this area is really like that, and you have to crawl up that little space or canyon face, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. Sometimes around lunchtime, I'm like ready for a nap. But here's the little bridge. We can cross this. Hopefully I won't fall. I'll put my tripod down right there, and we'll attempt to cross said bridge. Most of the time I'm pretty good at this stuff. Hopefully it's not very slippery. And I only got about, what, 3 feet, 4 feet to fall. But when this thing is, when this water is deeper, hopefully I don't fall on camera. Actually, it would be kind of good. When this is actually deeper, you can see the water is actually comes way up here over to here. And so it's a lot deeper. But it's actually fun because you can kind of jump off this log. There are lots of bugs out here. Occasionally you'll get chased by some mosquitoes and stuff. But the reason why I like this spot, you can see here's down the creek down here. It's nice to just, especially if you had small kids. If you have small kids, you could bring them out here because it's not very deep. And you don't have to worry about them being rushed downstream or any alligators. Or there are alligator gar in the main river, but they don't swim up this way. I've been down here. I've been coming down here for years, maybe 10 years, maybe longer, maybe about 20 years. And it's generally nice. Like I said, summer. This time of summer, it's not. The water's not very high. But I'll give you a little look at the little stream we got here. The water is usually pretty nice and cool, actually. Very quiet out here. Seems like whenever I come out here, there's never usually anybody here. And I don't know if that's because we just come at the right time. Right now it's probably about, if it's like 12 o'clock-ish, noon, maybe 11:30. But maybe on the weekends, I think it could be busier. But it's such a nice area. You look up up here where the rest of the trail is. It's a lot higher, and this little river is cut down like a little valley. And there's a lot of sand here. You can bring your towel and bring some food. I just really enjoy it as a quiet spot, kind of picturesque. And from year to year, it changes. Sometimes if there's a lot of rain, there's a lot of water coming down here. Sometimes these trees aren't here. These trees will either, somebody will come out and cut them, or they'll just wash away. Can you see this little bug right on my eye? Like right? Yeah, he's on my eye right there. You see that? That little bug? Can somebody help me tell him to leave so I can finish this video? No? Okay. Yeah, I really like it when I'm in a quiet place and I can actually do a vlog without having to yell like this. And no. Sometimes when I'm in traffic or something, you have to yell. The other thing I was going to say, another thing that will affect the level of this pond is that bug's back. Can you see him? Right? I feel him right on my eye right there. Little not mosquitoes, but they're like gnats or something. So, whoops, almost dropped the phone. Note to self, don't drop the phone in the river. Another thing that affects the level of this stream is that there's actually a dam to make Lake Manatee up there, and they dam it off, and I think that there's like a power company up there, and they restrain the water up there, and they let it out as they want the river to stay at a certain level, I guess, or the lake to stay at a certain level. So they left the dam for water to come through periodically. And man, I'm so tempted to take off my shoes right now because I'm hot, and I might as well just get my feet wet, huh? I hate getting out and getting sand all over it, but I think I'm gonna just take off my socks. All right, we're in the cool water. I feel like Huck Finn with my pants rolled up. You can actually walk down part of this stream. In certain times, it's like the sand will be like really like a sinkhole, and sometimes your feet will sink like a foot into the sand. Not that it's like super dangerous. I'm gonna take off my bag too. I'm gonna put it in the luggage rack over here. There's a luggage rack. Somebody forgot their shoe. But this is a nice little river. You can actually walk down. And when it's low like this, it's really clean. When it's higher, there can be a lot of, some people get grossed out by like leaves. The big thing about Florida rivers is the leaves, as far as I know, there's some little fish down there too. You can kind of see some little fishies darting around over here. There they are, like little minnows. Can you see those little minnows there? I'm hoping the camera's not too shaky. This video is getting kind of long. Oh, 11 minutes, that's good. So, it is a very nice area, just depending on how you feel about wildlife. I've actually walked up here when it was a couple feet deep, and I was like worried about like a snake or something, but it gets a little viney. But it's, like I said, it's very clean actually. You usually don't find like, you have to worry about bottles or cans or glass or anything out here. You can kind of walk up here past the vine. This is actually the cleanest I've ever seen this, actually. When it's higher tide, a lot of stuff washes down, and there'll be like all kinds of debris, tree limbs and vines and kind of, lack of a better term, some goopy stuff. But it's actually nice and clean here. Is that a snake? Oh, it's a stick. Darn. Yeah, today is one of the, oh, there's a little funky bug right there. Look at that funky bug jetting around. Now he's underneath the water. Now he's on top of the water. There he is, you see him? You see that little thing darting around right there? He's darting around in circles. He's doing like a little show. Yeah, this is nice actually. You can look. There's vines and stuff there, but I've been down here when there's all those branches and stuff, and you have to walk way around them, and you have to try to like step over branches and sharp stuff. And you look at it, it's really nice back here, nice and clean. I've never been out here when it's super shallow. Thought I heard somebody. Do I hear do I hear deliverance music in the background? Has anybody ever seen that movie Deliverance? If you have not, go out and find it on Netflix or rent it. Burt Reynolds, Ned Beatty, John Voight, and the guy who was like the president in RoboCop. For some reason, his name doesn't come to mind. Burt Reynolds, John Voight, and Ned Beatty. I think somebody won an Academy Award, Oscar. I don't know. Leave a comment if you know. But damn, this is, I've never really walked up this far because it's usually got so many sticks and trees in here. Man, I'm really enjoying this little trip. Sometimes I get a little freaked out walking by myself in the stream that's out here in the country. There are people out at the park, a few people I saw. But this is really, really, I'm glad you guys could come. I hope you enjoy this little walk down the stream and check out Rye Preserve. Because like I'm saying, it's June right now, so maybe if you come in June this year or next year or the following, it'll be nice. Like here comes a little couple spots where it's a little bit deeper. Sometimes you'll find these little deeper spots like this. You can see my pants are getting wet. Occasionally there'll be like there's some bigger fish down there. See, in these spots right here, you see these spots where it's a little deeper, and there's some kind of bunch of tree limbs up there. Those are the spots that your feet usually sink in when it's a little deeper, but I've never been stuck. It's just kind of funny where your feet start sinking down. And I used to take my my niece Brittany down here. She used to enjoy that. Yeah, like I said, I've never come up this far because I think it's usually a lot deeper. Usually a lot deeper. And see, here's an example of what it looks like when there's like a lot of logs, and there's the bridge right there. Here's a little sinkhole. See that? Little sinkhole area. Sinkhole. I wonder if maybe we've had a lot of flood and a lot of rain to where maybe all the water washed all the trees down or something. Or maybe the Park Service came out here and cleaned it. But that's actually the bridge where the road goes over right there. Really cool. So this is really nice today. I wonder if there's a troll underneath the bridge. Seems like no matter where you go, there's always graffiti. I mean, I think you'd have to be in the middle of the desert where there's nothing to write on. And then again, in the desert, they'd probably take rocks and do it, but I don't mind the stuff that says like, what is it, Jade Forever? Tim and Jade Forever? And A Tip. I don't really mind that stuff. It's like the gang stuff that I really don't like so much. To tell you the truth, it's the gang stuff. I don't have anything personally against gangs, but they just don't have to tag like everything. I hear somebody driving over the bridge right now. Can you hear that? I hear a truck on the bridge up here. Weird. I hope I have enough video time left. It's getting to 17 minutes. This is going to be a long vlog. Okay, so I'm going to go, and if I find anything interesting, I'll put it on the end of this video. There's the top of the bridge. Is there somebody up there trying to get us? I'm going to walk back down. maybe drink some water, and I'll come back if I see. Maybe we'll go to the boat launch, and I'll go show you that. Maybe this will be a two-parter since I'm going so long. Maybe stand by for part 2. Okay, we'll see you guys in a minute. So I'm out near the main river here, where it's a little bit deeper out here. It's probably about 3 or 4 feet. There's some people swimming out right behind me. You can see out there. And people always get this wrong, that the river looks so dark that it's dirty, but it's not actually dirty. It's because of the leaves, actually. Well, my back is itchy because something's biting me. But you can see it doesn't look all as clear as that stream did. But it's not because it's dirty. It's actually very clean, because there's actually a couple mile an hour flow in here, and it actually is pretty. When it's low like this, it's pretty clean, actually. I've seen alligators like way downstream, and I don't want to say that too loud for these people, but they've been way downstream when we were kayaking. I don't know, I'd say 2 miles down. But this is so shallow and stuff. I've never seen a gator, and there's lots of people that come out here and swim. But this is a nice little area, one of the few areas where you can actually walk down to the water. You can walk down to the water. Hopefully you don't fall. They used to have a little dock right here too. Right here used to be a little dock where you could bring your canoe down, and then you could if you've ever kayaked, you know sometimes it's hard to get in once you get the canoe in the water, kayak, especially if you have back issues or whatever. But anyway, this is a really nice area, and it's like if you go down the red trail and you keep going past where that water washout is, it's actually, it comes right to this water. But there's very few spots around here that are kind of cleaned out where it's you don't have to walk through a lot of trees. It's like a very sandy area. I'm trying to get a shot of the ground down here. It's actually very shady and sandy, and you can see this is a family out here that's mom, dad, and a little girl, so they wouldn't take it out here if it was dangerous. And most of the ground out here is actually really white sand, real nice. It's not all muddy and sandy and stuff like that. So if you come out here, Rye Preserve, there's a part on the trail where I think it says canoe launch or something. There's there's a set of these stairs right here where you come down the stairs because it's quite a ways up back to the. I sound like I've been going up a mountain hiking. Sometimes when I talk, I get out of breath, like I'm holding my breath. But there's these wooden stairs. You can tell where this part is. I'm going to show you. It says kayak canoe launch right, and this little sign right yonder. And this red trail loops around down here. It goes back out to the camping area. So that's another nice area. So I do want to say something. I think this is about. We're going to probably end it here. I wanted to say something to you guys about, while I catch my breath, about sharing video on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever kind of medium. That helps out a lot of people like me get the word out. Like there was a video just recently about a homeless guy playing a piano in Sarasota. Now you can see the mosquitoes in my eye again. And that got 100,000 views because people shared it mostly on maybe Twitter and Facebook and things like that. And so it's very important for YouTube people, or I'm trying to get a following. I want people to see my videos so I can entertain people. So if you can share on Facebook, that goes a long way toward getting views and getting your name out there and everything. So it's a really nice thing to do besides having gnats in your ear. So also if you haven't subscribed, subscribe too. That helps. But I'm just trying to get my name out there, get subscribers, and get my word out. And hopefully I'm entertaining people that don't get a chance to come to this part of Florida, Sarasota area, Tampa, things like that. So I really appreciate all you guys watching. Sincerely, I do appreciate everybody who watches this video. And it's kind of fun to know that people are taking people on a little adventure to somewhere maybe they've never gone, and it's kind of satisfying that way. The sweating and the bugs are not as satisfying, but the people and the comments are really helpful. I'm just thankful for all the people that watch. And hey everybody, have a great day. chasing me. Don't just stand there, run.
Please like and subscribe.